So if you're trying to make, say, some clouds, a super easy way that I'm going to show you after this is the animations, but the super easy way to actually get some clouds is you can actually go to BlenderKit and look under Materials, Stylized Cloud. Let's see, Stylized Cloud 2D is usually pretty cool. So if you want to follow along, I guess you could try, but this is how I got there, and I'm going to bake a stylized cloud for the game using the shader editor and your your UV editor, which is not there, but instead it's right here. All right, let's try. Let's apply that. I guess that could work. Anyway, my geometry looks really wild, but we're gonna try it anyways. Yep. Let's see if I can bake this thing. Alright, so before I do try and bake it, let me join him. Control J. Got kind of some stuff. I don't even know. I can't tell. Can't really tell what it looks like. It almost looks weird, but we can see. Let me check my UV map. Edit. Let me just do another smart. Keep it at 66. There you go. Let's see what that bakes look like. So I'm just going to delete that. Add a new image texture. We're gonna do new. I'm just gonna call it smoke 1024 again. Make sure we click color. Make sure we click the alpha down to nothing. Then hit new image. Then all I gotta do is go to my diffuse and let's see what it looks like. Let's see if we get anything here. Save it. See what the PNG looks like. If you bring, first I want to show you, so if you bring a object in and it has an alpha map, alpha baked, image, but it's just coming black, it's all black. How do I fix that? So it's material editor. It's like down here. It's an alpha setting. Where is it? Is it that? Alpha clip. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Could work. Could work. So it's actually pretty cool in a few ways. So you can see how much customized I had in Blender. The ability to customize it goes even further here, and it even goes further when I start animating it, which I'm about to do. So let's see, I can do double-sided, which is even cooler. What that means, so double-sided, up and down. See how the normals will be double-sided, it looks like there. So that's pretty neat. Let me see how I can animate it here. I think that's all the settings I need. Alpha blend, oh yeah. I need to do, what is it, sub? Oh yeah, sub. So sub. See, look at the alpha blend being sub. That's what it was. So receive shadows, I leave that off, but I don't know what Z-Write does. It doesn't look good. But I can do leave none on reflections, but sub. Some of these I don't think make it look any better. Sub is the one I was messing with earlier. So we're going to leave it like that. So there's my little poof of smoke, which I will scale later. But for now, here's the nifty part. So when I launched this game, this is the JSON file. This is just a simple JSON. That's all that's driving it. And obviously I have my little baked texture in the same folder or wherever. The material JSON's actually in the folder before it, but whatever. They're both in there. So yeah, I'm going to show you this screen in a second. So first, before I show you that, we're kind of looking at how we got to this point. You know, if you're this far, you know, you might be wondering, how do I make a cool little tornado and all that good stuff? But this isn't a JB, this is just going to be a non-collision mesh for the sky. You could even make this like a big cube and have it being clouds if you wanted, or, you know, whatever, I guess. But what I'm going to do, I want to actually scroll this. And this is the part of the video this is where I had the eureka moment today. So, when I typically set up my scrolling animation stuff, you notice my JSON was very small. We're going to go back to the JSON. Watch what happens. So I can start messing with these. Do some speed. Oh, I got to press J. So I unpause. So if I want to do some like scrolling, kind of works, but I want to adjust it here. See if I can. Obviously, I'll go back in here and like perfect it, but just to give a rough look. And I could always adjust the shape of the mesh. But I just thought this was a cool way, and I could also duplicate this guy. But I wanted to show the reason why your animations aren't working. When you set this, it's all working right now. I want to save it, save the game. If I restart the game, the scroll is going to be unchecked. Okay, so let's go ahead and shut the game down here. I'm going to close my notepad. And when I close my notepad, it asks me if I want to reload notepad. It's because the file was updated on save. So I want to close it. And what I want to do is this. Go back to my JSON file, art. So this guy. So if I go back down to smoke, you can see there's some new entries in here. And what's happening is this is the first one in the box, which I think was rotation or whatever. This was the scroll animation, these settings right here. So all I got to do is I got to type true right here and save. Now when I reload the game, those scroll animations are going to start working again. If you've ever ran into that problem and you're saving animations, what you need to do is you need to go to the JSON and make that null true value. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so I reloaded, and as you can see, my animations are still scrolling. So just out of curiosity, I want to see window, material editor. I just want to look at the material. I want to see what happened if it stays checked with the scrolling. And it is checked, so that's cool. So it is pulling that check mark now from the JSON file. And then just to finish it up, I want to duplicate it. You know, you can duplicate it. If I select both of them, you know, you can scale them. You know, obviously I have collisions off for these guys. They're just poofies, but definitely some wild stuff. I have some adjustments I'm going to make, but this is a lot more performance friendly than, say, having the particle smoke. And the reason why I made this was because some nice person was able to inform me of how terrible the performance was when I had a bunch of smoke in the scene. So I'm hoping this is going to be a better solution. Obviously I need to tune it, but it's pretty neat, huh? Back to making some wild stuff in Blender. Got this remesh cloud gimmick, which is actually going to be a shader, which will also animate in game. Hoping to kind of run over what makes that stuff possible, but I wanted to record this cool little guy. Very interesting how it does. So I duplicate it. You can duplicate it. I can make a million versions of it. They're all different. Very easy to change. Very cool. If I wanted to join them, could always do that. Rotate it. You know, give it a. Oh, I'll do the origin of geometry. Then I can spin it. Give it a little bit of uniqueness, but see if I can show you guys how to actually get these animations to work.